And apparently, oh wow, we're going live, boys. So it's going to be Vexed starting on the CT side, as expected, when Apeks pick up Dust 2 as their first map pick. And it'll be interesting to see how they look to hold on to this. It's smokes, flashes, a Molotov for truth. I expect to see this heading towards the B-bomb site, in all honesty. Perhaps a mid-B split to follow it as well. Bomb is immediately going to make its way absolutely nowhere as it gets dropped in spawn by Apeks, who then will rethink the idea and go and grab it instead. Couple of players looking to take that early long control and just link on the angle, so a little bit of a pressure to be applied towards a long early on from Apeks. But that bomb's still looking to make its way down into the tunnels as the short smoke's lined up. Pop flash from Marcelicious as well to allow Grusan into that early peak. Not going to be spotting anyone out though. And Apeks is going to make his way up towards short. 4 players now there for Apeks. Just the one as well out towards a long as Adam spots out the first head. Can't quite connect the shot though. And that's going to put that pressure on towards short. Link really needing to win this opening duel out towards a long. He needs to take down Raddy and support towards short. This is going to be all on the timing. Raddy right into the crosshairs as the opening one tap comes out. And now the short hit will look to explode. 2 players dropping into CT. Mezzi under a lot of pressure, but there's the teammates. Cray in support with the second headshot. And a 5-on-1 as Cray finds another, taking the dink in his stride. Marcelicious the last to go. And the UKCS stack comes out in a big way. Round 1 going near enough flawlessly for the CT side. And Apeks, you could see the idea, but with Raddy going down towards A long, there was nothing they could do. As soon as Radifaction went down out towards A long, that round was done. There was no second prong to the attack. The shots weren't quite connecting out towards short. And it falls apart at the seams. Gives the CT side a nice buy coming into this one as well. 2 M4s picked up, so heavy economic investment. Russ happy to pick himself up the scout and play with the ranged roll towards mid. It's Apeks taking near enough a full eco here. 1 P250 onto Marcelicious to try and make something happen out of mid. And it is Russ there a little bit isolated at the moment as the rush starts to come through. And he's going to be put under some pressure. It will be Mezzi though through the window to find 1-2. And it's an absolute slaughter. The auto director wants us to watch a dead body because he doesn't want us to see the apocalypse happening towards middle. FX get themselves an easy second. Expected if we're honest about it. There was no real buy there. 1 P250, no frags found, and this is going to be the important round for Apeks. First buy of the half. 2 Kriegs, 2 AKs. Marcelicious dropping down onto the scout. As Vex look for the bonus round. Sticking with the MP9 onto Cray. Russ trying to take the opening peak, but actually being tagged down by Marcelicious. 34 HP. And they're going to take advantage of that. Apeks is going to go straight up towards short. The Molotov coming in from Grusan as well. Just clearing angles very aggressively. Apeks and Grusan. He's got himself a bit of mid-control to work with as well. Marcelicious. Not the traditional alt-right chat, but he's happy to pick himself up a scout apparently. Russ trying to make as much as he can out of the slightly lesser big scoped gun. Radifaction, that's not a smoke timing you want to be playing. The nade goes a little too deep, but he's going to be down to 91. 1-shot headshot range for the M4. As Apeks looks to group up again, Vexed have got a nice counter stack to this. 3 players in towards the A-bomb site. Couple up towards short from Apeks. And here comes the long take. Radifaction going to be put under pressure. Russ with a lovely tag on the scout. No bullet sound, but we won't worry about that. As Apeks, they've managed to get 1 player down into CT in the form of Grusan. 3 more make their way out mid. More tags coming in from Russ, but yet to find himself a frag. And now the pressure really going to start to be applied towards this B bomb site. Cray and Mezzi with a huge job to do here. Apeks making his way up with bomb. As Link takes some aggression towards A long, trying to get that information for his team. As Apeks, you can see, they've got this perfectly timed. Adam's still able to get 1. The trade's coming through on the B-bomb site, and it is all onto Mezzi, alone with just a FAMAS to work with. The Kriegs are going to isolate him. That's all too easy. Link, the last man alive for Vex. He's trying to make his way through the mid-flank here. But Grusan has got it absolutely on lock. 28 HP, but the angle very much favouring him. And Link going to wander straight into those crosshairs. Can't quite find himself the frag. And the first buy round goes the way of Apeks. Not too bad at all as they get themselves on the board. Keeping those 3 rifles up as well. Just losing 1 AK and a scout. Not the end of the world. The economy for the CT side will start to stretch and strain. Hey, Tom Jones. How you doing, man? Animal noises. I don't think we're going to do that this stream. You can make some gun noises because apparently the GOTV has decided that it doesn't want to play some of the sound effects. So I could do with that, but we'll see. Adam going to get aggressive in towards under. Try and catch somebody off guard here, but Apeks has seen it. Apeks has read it, and he's going to rip his head off. That's all too easy. Opens things up, and unfortunately the deagle for Adam not going to pay off early on. tries to get aggressive, and I don't mind it in this sort of round. No point playing defaults when you've got this kind of a buy. You need to try and play something a little bit inventive, a little bit different. But it doesn't quite work out. Molly close right. No mistakes from Apeks. Not taking any risks at all. As Grusan actually going to take a couple of tags there from Cray on the swing. Bringing him down to just 14 points of health. But again, the adjustment's good from Apeks. They just back off of that angle. No need to take the fight when you've taken that kind of damage. Don't give any kind of frags up to the CT side. And don't give them a Krieg either, because any player who goes down here is dropping a rifle. Heaven forgive it. It's one of those 3 Kriegs. CT Kriegs are absolutely lethal. As Apeks just going to wander their way up long here. Russ is going to be looking completely the wrong way. And these Deagles are going to get absolutely annihilated. Akez with the flashbang over the back. The Molotov and nades to follow through. And this is a free sight take. Link going to find another tag out of that Deagle. But as he's pressured from short, he will be taken down by Truth. Again, good damage by the Vexed boys. But they've been yet to find a frag. And those 3 remaining Deagles, they really want to get something out of this round. A couple of rifles taken out at the very least. Grusan's one shot with a Deag. Akez one to the chest. Same with Truth. So a couple of frags here would be fantastic for Vex. They haven't invested into armor. They've just got the Deagles, and it's going to be Mezzy trying to take that fight towards Kara and finding another tag. Grusan down to 3 HP. But Apeks at the moment going to be left relatively alone. All 5 players out towards A long, and they've got every angle covered as well. Those Kriegs just taking all the ranged fights. The Deagles, a little bit unfortunate there for Vex, and they get so much damage. And finally, Mezzy will find Vex their opening frag of the round, taking out Truth out towards the car. So at least one rifle taken away from the T side by Vex, but it's not what they would have been hoping for there, considering how much damage they got away with. They managed to get a couple of tags and 1 frag to their name, but nothing significant, as they will finally get their first real buy of the half under their belts. It's going to be Rush dropping onto the AWP, 3 M4s, and Link down on the FAMAS. Oh shit, Ollie's in the chat as well. How you doing, man? Hopefully I don't screw my voice before work tomorrow. Russ aggressive on the peak to find Grusan and open things up. And chat said he was the player to watch. He's been immediately removed from the server as Apeks find themselves a man down. And that is a UKCS peak and a half. Just aggressive, balls to the walls aggression. And it works out beautifully as well for Vex. They find themselves an early man advantage. Now they can start to take some liberties as Cray wins his duel onto Truth towards that B bomb site. That was all a distraction play, but nobody really buying it at the moment for the CT side. Just holding their angles, waiting for their timings, and Adam with a job to do here. Radifaction jumps wide, not going to happen. 1, 2, looking for the third, but Marcelicious trades. And the Orpa's got 4 more to find if he wants any chance in this round. Trying to shoulder peek it, but that is never going to work. Russ, all too easy to make it happen. Vex find themselves the lead once more. 3-2 the scoreline. Apeks, though, their economy is going to stand firm. They will be buying in some way, shape, or form into this one as Truth and Akez pick themselves up a couple of early rifles. Oh, I'm not going into work. I'm working from home from now until the foreseeable future, my guy. I am not risking that. Couple of Deagles behind the 3 rifles as Apeks going to go for some early long aggression. Lovely molly from Adam on the drive-by. He's going to find the opening, fully blinded as well. Team flash from Russ to open things up. Grusan goes down, and Radifaction is desperate to get his hands on that rifle. Will do so, but look at the damage again. The nade dunking onto Akez and Radifaction, bringing them both down to half HP. A perfect start to what I'm going to call a half buy, but I don't want to call it that. It's going to be a fast mid-aggression as well from Truth. Apeks are desperate to get something going, but with the Krieg in the hands of Cray, the flashbang a little bit too late as Adam gets another. Russ cleans things up. And the 2 remaining players, Truth and Radifaction, to try and find something in this round. Raddy is desperate to get his hands on some kind of a rifle here, and he will. Just about managed to nab that AK-47 on half HP, though. Adam will find the spray down, clean things up, and Truth, the only remaining player, trying to take advantage of some ranged fights on that Krieg. Tapping away, though. Mezzy able to finish the job and make it happen. 4-2 the scoreline. Apeks looking down the barrel of a half buy. Aren't I a full-time? No, I'm not a full-time CS caster, my guy. This is my hobby that's got very much out of hand, is how we're going to put it nicely. Akez going to pick himself up the utility. The IGL looking to enable perhaps some kind of peaks from his teammates. P250 and a Deagle for Radifaction and Truth, but it's nothing significant, right? Full-time knobhead, you know it, Tom. 4 players making their way down in towards under. Russ on the AWP is going to be put under a little bit of pressure here, and he's got to be cautious. He is going to back right off of that mid-control. Knows, of course, that Apex's economy isn't going to be the best in the world, so just making sure he doesn't get overrun with the pistols is a nice play from the Orpa. Does give Apeks a little bit of map control to work with. got short to their name. Truth on that D could do some damage given the opportunity. And as Apeks flashes out, there's going to be 4 players coming into this A bomb site. Link with just a FAMAS to work with, trying to not expose his head too much. Dropping down, Adam going to get caught on the timing here. Can the dink come through? Not quite. Adam finally finds the frag, as immediately traded by Truth. And Adam being put under a lot of pressure here. He's going to take another dink before he finds the second frag. And now, finally, support starts to arrive for Vexed. Adam tapping away, gets himself a third. He wants the quad, but Marcelicious is going to be absolutely overrun by Vexed players. Gets another dink onto Cray. The damage is good, but not quite enough. Vexed will have their 5th round on the board. Apeks, they'll be glad they managed to get themselves a bomb down at the very least. That's going to give them an economic boost. They'll be able to buy coming into round number 8, but honestly, I think they're going to be a little bit disappointed they didn't get more there. They had a bomb plant. They had a great 5v4 after plant. They had the opportunity to shut that one down, but it didn't quite happen. Is this LAN? No, it's online. Which side is stronger on D2 nowadays? Nobody knows. The meta is a constantly evolving beast, as Marcelicious going to go for an early pick through with the scout. Not spotting anyone out, though. Hoping again for a little bit of a timing. Interestingly, Russ on the AWP has actually rotated fully into the B bomb site early on. Mezzy going to be put under pressure towards mid. This is a mid to B split in the making, but the bomb's still committing to short. Apeks just looking to fake it with the utility and then make the rotations around. Put that pressure on Link and Adam. We saw they couldn't really hold up against the pistol, so with a full rifle buy coming their way, they could be in a lot of trouble. 4 players now queued up into short. And it's going to be down to Link and Mezzy to really form the defense here. Good amount of utility for the CT side, but it's all about the timings. Apeks with the smoke should bait something out, and indeed there's the CT Molotov, perfectly timed, bleeding more utility away. Grusan's going to go straight through it as he goes down to 29 HP. Could potentially catch a timing here. The double play towards Goose looking to come in for Vex. Mezzy needs to swing off of this though, and with CT presence being taken, flashes all over the place. There's a huge opportunity here. Grusan going to be backstabbed, traded immediately by Apeks. Now that second player into Goose can strike, and it's on the timing. Link denies the bomb plant. Adam comes in with 1-2 on the spray down, looking for the last and tapping away. He won't quite find it, but the trade is immediate. Link is there to sort it out. 6-2. Again, someone's getting banned in the chat. Let's give him a timeout first. I'm in a good mood today, so we're not going to ban him immediately, but Apeks, again, not quite making it work. They didn't clear their angles meticulously enough. First player swings from Goose. The second player just stays there, hides, wait for his moment, denies the bomb plant. It's a really nice play from Vex, but it should have been read by Apeks. They should have had a player there clearing the angle, making sure something worked for them. Couple of deagles as the pistols come out for the T side again. And this time they're just queuing straight up for the B-bomb site hit. Lovely little nade onto Radafaction and Grusan. There's Truth, the lone deagle, and it is going to be the straight B rush coming out. The spray down is going to need to be good. Cray gets himself a quad kill on the Krieg. Last man alive is going to be cleaned up by Russ. Grusan at least able to find the 1 deag onto Mezzy, but it's not quite working out. It doesn't quite happen, and Vex just absolutely tear their way through Apeks. That's a little bit worrying again. I mean, from Apeks' point of view, maybe it's good that they get a pick there. They take out Mezzy, right? But Cray has just got such an easy job. The Krieg is such a meta weapon at the moment on CT sides, and it makes life very easy. Why did he get banned? Because he was saying he's fixing and can predict CS matches. You can't, you pleb. Long control taken by Marcelicious at the cost of 40 HP's worth of damage, and again, Truth being relied on to be this lurk, as Russ wants to take some liberties as well. He's got full short control here somehow. He's managed to just lurk around and get the timing. Deep smoke from the T side is going to keep Vexed at least vaguely interested out towards this B bomb site though, as long control is taken. And there's a lot of timings about to come into fruition here. Nice nade onto Truth, brings it down to 51, and you can see Link heard that as well. So he now knows there's a player in towards under, and as Russ starts to make his move onto this A bomb site, he's got to catch the timing. He's got to catch a player in transition because he's in a very aggressive spot here. Nice nade again for Vex. So many players taking damage as the Molotovs bomb in, and Russ, with it all to do, gets one. Deeds out for the second, looking for more, and Grusano, just 8 points of health, will give himself up. 3 quick frags for the Orpha as Link looks to clean things up onto Truth. Last alive is Marcelicious, and he's all the way out into the pit. The flashbang won't blind him. Russ, a little bit too keen on the peak, will be taken out, but who can blame him after that triple from the A bomb site? Bomb lost in the middle of no man's land as well, as Adam dumping even more utility. 35 seconds left. Marcelicious just hoping there's a timing to be had somewhere. Someone looking the wrong way at the wrong moment. Pop flash off the palm as Marcelicious He's still going for this. He wants it. He's going to find another pick as well. Down to just 4 points of health, though. Next up, it's Adam, and he will clean things up. The UK boys will make amends for a couple of perhaps overzealous peaks coming in on the CT side of things. But who can blame them? This map, so far, going absolutely perfectly. 8-2, the scoreline. And don't forget, boys, this is Apex's map pick. That's the worrying thing for Apex here. This is their map pick. They're 8-2 down on T side. As much as I used to say Dust 2 is a little bit CT-sided with the Krieg meta and the spawn changes, this is T-sided now, in my opinion, anyway. So you can't be making these kind of mistakes. Beautiful to watch. Truly beautiful. UKCS at its finest, boys, as Apex again are down onto the pistols. This time it's 5 Deagles. No messing about with techs. No P250s as Russ wants that opening pick, and he's going to get it as well. Apeks, no idea what hits him as the nades follow up onto Grusan, and it's a lovely little start. Vex just needs to play this one cautiously, though. Don't need to give any more away to these Deagles. Raddy going to get a couple of tags onto Vexed's Cray, but not quite enough to make it happen, and as truth, might just catch himself a timing out of mid there. Instead looks to back off, and these 3 remaining Deagles, a couple of frags here is arguably a good outcome. Link looking for a little bit of a timing on that HE. It's just going to dive a little too deep. Takes 30 HP off of Marcelicious. 2 Deagles look to make their way towards short and just perhaps rip somebody's head off here for the Norwegian side. Just take one head away. Take one rifle out of the hands of Vex. Keep their economy honest because it is really starting to bank up. Russ on 10k, 15 for Cray, and he's still got that Krieg in his hands as well. Grusan spotted out, removed from the server just as quickly as Link is on point. Truth, he's going to try and go for this peak, but Russ has read it beautifully, and Marcelicious is still the last man standing. Out towards mid, could perhaps find a timing onto Russ here, or even Adam, who is looking completely the wrong way. Will finally adjust and finish the job. 9-2 in favour of Vex Gaming, as this is a performance and a half from the UK lads. Apex arguably should be taking a pause here. Unfortunately, we cannot see who's taking pauses where, but I would imagine this is the Norwegian side trying to perhaps just mentally reset, right? You've got a full buy coming out, you've got some money to work with, you're going to be able to have rifles. Just take the mental reset. Take it easy. Work out how you want to play this round. Because at the moment, you're getting shredded, right? There's no two ways about it. They are getting absolutely shredded at the minute. The AWP in the hands of Russ. Cray on the Krieg is putting in clips. And this is what happens when the individuals show up, right? This is when life gets a little bit scary when you are a fan of Apex. When perhaps you've put a little bit of a side bet on Apex as well. Life becomes very, very worrying. Their economy absolutely set. They're going to be buying till the end of the half at this point. How are we doing, chat? We feeling good about this one? How are you all enjoying social distancing and self-isolation? I'm working from home as of Monday, so lots of learning experiences to be had, and hopefully lots of CS to be casted as well. I'm back on the Newell on Tuesday, and I'll probably grab some more of the advanced playoffs next week, because I've got nothing better to do, right? If I don't cast CS, I'm going to be fishing in Animal Crossing, so why not? Because Apex will go for the buy. AWP comes out onto Marcelicious. AKs, Kriegs for Grusan, Truth, and Radafaction try and take advantage. Is it Marcellius? Jesus. Okay, my bad, boys. Oh, it is. It's Marcellius, not Marcel. I like Marcelicious more, but I will try and correct myself, boys. My apologies. Grusan taking some early mid control. Apex again looking to anchor towards short, and this time they've got a fair amount of free map control. Marcellius, there we go. I'll get it right eventually on the AWP, making his way towards short. Russ, again, playing a very passive hold. He's going to look to pop flash in for the peak here, and that's actually going to allow Truth to get some mid-control. Raddy going to catch himself a timing, but is going to be traded by Cray, boosted up on top of the blue shipping container. Bringing on the 4-on-4, and this is where that Krieg can really become lethal. Nice CT molly again from Link, just bleeding utility away from the T side, and that actually is going to force the bomb back around towards this B bomb site, but Truth on the flank has taken out Mezzy. That's going to put the pressure right back onto Link as he finds the first. Russ with another quick frag through the smoke, and he's looking for more on that B bomb site. The AWPer picking players apart, and it is the bomb and Akez all remaining for Apex. The CC Molotov comes in, and Russ, the anchor to make this round a reality. He's looking for more. Akez, though, going to take the first and the second 1v1 as Link recovers himself the AWP. What am I on about? The SG553 looking for the 1v1. Getting aggressive is Apeks, and it's not going to happen. Straight to the head. Vexed get double digits. 10-2 the scoreline. My brain is fried by that round. Utter chaos across the map, but it somehow still works out. Russ putting up numbers. Adam 15-5. The individuals really showing up for Vexed, and this is what we said. If the individuals start showing up, life is going to become difficult for Apeks, and that is exactly what's happening here. They're going to go back down onto the pistols. Apeks is going to have himself a UMP at the very least. He managed to find a couple of frags in that round, but again, the holds look good, and again, it's a really nice job from Vexed. They're rotating the AWP around once again. Grusan, he's going to look for a little bit of a timing out towards short. The nade from Link will do some good damage, though. And he falls back intelligently, not giving a Krieg up to that T side as now they look to get aggressive. Adam going to take a free pick towards mid at this point. Marcelius tries to go through the molly. Apeks to follow, but Link has got the spray down. 2 quick kills. A third player. Perhaps he's not expecting this. Flashbang's good, but Raddy at least able to find one. The Deagle finally draws some kind of blood for Apeks. But it's a 4-on-2 again. And Radifaction and Truth are absolutely hemmed in towards short here. 2 players out on long to hold it for Vexed. Mezzi just rotating off of mid, actually. Going to support towards the B bomb site. 2-2 split, so a 2v2, whichever of bomb site Apeks look to hit. And it looks like A will be the final destination. Half a gap in the smoke as Truth does pick up the Krieg off of Link's body. Adam and Russ looking for the crossfire. Nice pop flash is going to fully blind the AWP though, and that will allow Radifaction to cross here. Looking for the timing, and Russ with the wallbang headshot leaves Truth to try and find it. Ducking under the bullet of the AWP. Here's the Krieg, but it's not going to happen. Adam is there where his AWP misses. He does not. The M4 in his hands is absolutely lethal. 11-2 the scoreline. Vexed, they are making light work of their opponents at the moment on map 1. The map pick of Apeks, do not forget. At this point, I'm thinking they either have something magical up their sleeves on CT side, or it was a mistake. Those are the 2 circumstances I can see happening here as an AWP for Marcelius. At least they've got the buy here. 3 AKs, a Krieg. Fast play towards the B-bomb site incoming. Mezzi and Cray, the Molotov. A split second too late. Can they get the spray down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's done before it's even started. Vexed just spraying away. Mezzi and Cray just owning that B-bomb site, and that is all too easy. That was a full rifle buy. They 5-man rushed the B-bomb site, and Vexed, they held down left click. Ouch, is all I have to say. Apeks, of course, will force into the last round of this first half. They will get some kind of a buyout. There will be 3 AKs. There will be a Galil for Truth, and there will be Grusan on the Deagle. Going to go for the long take. Going to try and get some long control, but Vexed, they're feeling it. Marcelius at least able to get 1 in response, but with Russ still alive on the AWP. Link, a little bit too aggressive, perhaps. 3-on-3, a couple of early trades. Absolute chaos across the map, but it is long control taken by the T side. They can back out of it and perhaps look to loop around. The bomb still left outside of that B-bomb site. And Cray, a little bit isolated on the AK-47. Apeks ducking down to make sure they're not spotted if Russ has that AWP in towards mid, so it's going to be a 3v1 for Cray here. 2 flashes, no kinds of mollies or HEs or even smokes to slow the approach. It's going to be all onto Cray to lock this down for as long as possible. As he getting aggressive towards short might give them some kind of an idea of what's coming, but Cray's used all his utility now. It is onto the AK. He's got to be a 1-man army for Vexed here. They held this bomb site down beautifully previously. Marcelius going to swing. He gets tagged down low. Cray knows he's under pressure here. Knows he has to stay alive and buy time for the rotations. But he's being pushed from all sides. The spray. Good for the first. Can he find any more? He can't. Marcelius on low HP will take him out. And a 2v2 as that bomb looks to get planted. 13 HP on Marcelius. Russ knows it. He wants the Deagle wallbang, but it's not quite going to come. The nades not quite going to catch him either as the AWP and M4 may as well go for this retake. There's no harm in it. Last round of the half. Grusan looking to lock out the doors with the AK. And Marcelius just looking to play the close angle. He knows he's got no HP to work with, so it's going to be all on this timing. Grusan spotted out by Rush straight through the smoke. He finds the first. Marcelius, low HP, just 13 points of health under the window. Needs a 1v2. Can't find anything at all. Vexed 13-2 as they head into the halftime break. And that is a scoreline that really just sums up the game at this point. There was nothing for Apeks. No sign of life at all. Vexed Gaming needing just 3 rounds to take map 1 and take us to their map pick of Mirage as well. UK rosters are good on Mirage. That is always the case. And somewhere Mark has got a very large smile on his face watching this one, seeing his team quite frankly just decapitate Apeks at this point, right? 13-2 as we head into the halftime break, and Apeks, they got a lot to think about. I think this is going to be a long halftime break here as they try and work out what the hell just happened. Meanwhile, I'm going to mute my mic and cough up a lung. So, if you are enjoying the stream, halftime is sellout time. Do not forget that, chat. Follow button is up the top. If you're enjoying some of the UKCS casting, please do feel free. Because I want to cast some more CS. The more of you follow, the more CS I can cast. The more I can get away with leaving my girlfriend playing Animal Crossing and going, fuck it, I'm going to cast some CS. So, we'll have to wait and see. Marcellius, not Marcelicious. Jesus, Jack. Marcellius. The last alive in this round of the warm-up. Did all of Apeks break their mouse hand, or are they throwing? I don't know. Just nothing is working, apparently. We'll have to wait and see. This is a full best of 3. Although, quite frankly, apparently we're playing at the pace of a best of 1, so we'll have to wait and see. Ah, there he is. How you doing, mate? You're right. I was expecting you to be somewhere in this Twitch chat, so good to see you, man. Here we go. Second half underway. Vex switching on to the T side of things. 3 rounds required to finish off map 1, to finish the job here for Vexed and take it to Mirage. Look to take that 2-0. Keep that upper bracket run going, which at the moment is looking pretty impressive for the UK roster, to say the least. Ake's going to pick himself up 2 flashes and a defuse kit. Currently 5 kills to his name. I've just noticed Radafaction has 2 kills in 15 rounds. That's not the stat you want to be seeing from a player who I hyped up in the warm-up, but if we ignore that and the long control is taken, a mistimed flashbang comes in from Cray, but who cares? They've got long control Vexed. Counter aggression going to come in towards short. Mezzi looking to hold it with the P250, of course, sacrificing the armor to pick up the utility behind that as well. And the pot flash for the aggression is starting to come in. Vex looking to support 4 players are going to make their way back out to try and catch these CT players off guard. It's going to be a lot of timings coming up very shortly. Marcellius has made his way deep into spawn. The double peek comes in. He's getting good damage, though. There's the first one touch. Traded immediately as Cray, then Mezzi find a couple of picks. The dinks coming through, and the frags are starting to come as well. Vexed find themselves in a 3v2. They've got limited information across the map, but Grusan is very aggressive towards short here. He cannot afford to go down. Truth has taken long control, and Vexed at the moment, with a minute left in the clock, they're pretty hemmed in. Grusan looking for a timing on the angle. Can't quite hit the initial shot. Now he's isolated. Now he's on an off angle, and the tap's coming through. Mezzi not quite able to connect on the P250, but look at this read from Vex. They're just going straight through. They don't care anymore. They're going to head towards that B-bomb site. Grusan dropping down, trying to perhaps catch someone off guard. Rush just strafing through the air. He's going to buy time for this plant to go down. 3v2. As the plant comes in, and the utility's still there as well. 2 smokes and a flashbang. Flash goes in to try and bail Russ out, and he's going to be able to make his way straight back in. 3 on 2. Grusan on 38 HP. As Vex finally seem to realise they've got a free bomb site and make their way across towards B. Grusan looking over the top of that smoke, perhaps just hoping for a timing, but Link just picking him out of the sky. It's skeet, quite frankly, at this point for Vex. He calls for the shot to be thrown, and he finds it as well. Truth, the last man alive. He wants to save himself this armor and defuse kit. This round is done. Vex will have 14, and they want to hunt as well. They are not content to merely find round number 14. They want to take every player with them, and it's going to be Link and Mezzi trying to make their way out. They're not quite going to get the timing here, so it's not quite going to happen, but you could see what they were trying to do. Vex so confident, as Apeks will have to go for the force buy. And just 2 rounds stand between the UK roster and map number 1. I don't think I can say it any other way than that. It has been a demolition thus far as Apeks look to steady the ship with something. 2 scouts, 2 deagles, and a 5-7 for Radafaction. Fast play towards A-Long coming through. The Galil going to be the first one out. On the angle is Akez as he takes a tag down to 33, and he's going to be finished off as well. Cray finding something. Grusan at least able to trade. The Deeg finally coming out. 1 tap to the head of Cray to take him down. And Apeks with plenty of presence actually out towards A-Long. Russ looking to join with the scout. There are plenty of long-range options here for Vex, but Marcellius is going to find another tag on that scout. Now the Krieg looks to take advantage. 1, 2 spray downs at range, and it's Grusan again left without any teammates on this A-bomb site. Just the Deagle and a HE in his hand. The rotation finally starting to come through from Radafaction, but he has had a dire first map here. And Grusan in the elevator is under a lot of pressure. Pop flash comes through. He's fully blinded. The spray down will do. Raddy last alive with a 5-7 in CT mid. The smoke will come through. The spray down from the Krieg will bring him down to 5 points of health. That 5-7 would hope to find one frag here. Catch a timing on somebody. Take a rifle away. Russ and Link are brought down to 31 HP each. Maybe one of those goes down. Maybe that gives Raddy something to save at 15-2. But instead, he's going to hold. He's going to wait and hope that somebody heads out towards A long. Raddy looking to put the pressure on, but Russ is a little bit better. The Deeg to the skull to give Vexed round number 15, and they have got 13 opportunities to finish this. As chat says, unless the UKCS curse comes back to bite them, they should be going 1-0 here with an incredibly strong performance. Full buy comes out, 2 Kriegs. There's just 1 rifle available for Apeks as well. It's an M4 onto Apeks. There's 2 scouts picked up by Marcelius and Truth. And then it's the Deagle again for Grusan. It's the 5-7 for Other Faction. He's getting banned at the end of this round. Don't worry, chat, but I'm not going to ruin the CS experience for you guys because there's a muppet in the chat. Apeks looking to get aggressive on that M4, and he might just catch a timing here as Truth straight through the door will take out Russ and draw first blood for his team. Apeks aggressive, finds the second. Truth with the scout finds another, and finally there's some life for Apeks. Faction gets the 4th, and Cray with the Krieg is left 1v5 out towards the back of A long. He's going to be sprayed down. A flawless round for Apeks, and that's not bad at all. Right, you're getting banned. Enjoy it. Finally, Apeks show up to the party. Finally, they find themselves a round at 15-3. It's a long way home, however. They do manage to save themselves 2 Kriegs as well, which is not a bad CT buy at all. Vexed. They've gone for the Force. They've got 2 AKs, a Krieg, couple of Deagles as well. Nice nade as well, but they're going to go straight through it here, Vex. They want to put this pressure straight on. Adam's going to find first blood. Krieg trying to make the rotation in. Will find the trade, but it's immediately traded back. Apeks, again, getting caught by the timing of these Vex boys. They've got the B-bomb site 4v3. They've got the late lurk in the form of Cray on this Deagle as well. This is going to be all on the timing. They need to get bombed down before Apeks can really apply the pressure. The buy is still good for the CT side, and Cray, he's looking for a timing in towards mid. He's not going to get it, though. Grusan able to take him out, and now, with 8 HP between Link and Adam, the pressure is on Vex. They want to get this bomb down. There's no offensive utility, so they will be able to do so. But realistically, Russ, he's got it all to do here. He has got all the HP on this Vex side of things. So many players down to 4 points of health or less. Marcelius with the pot flash. That fully blinds Russ. He's gone down. There's 8 HP remaining on Vex. Link at least able to find one. Adam going to be put under pressure, and it's Link all on his own. Nothing he can do. He had no HP to work with. The B-rush gets them the bomb site and gets them the plant, but that will be all they get. As Apeks will have round number 4. They will save themselves a Krieg, and I have no doubt Grusan is going to, try and get himself a second one. Try and give yourself some kind of firepower to work with. 11 more rounds required to pull off what would be the single unlikeliest comeback in human history. Vex, though, going to be down onto the full eco. 2 Deagles, a P250. In fact, 2 P250s, all they invest in. Russ sticks with the Glock. He'll want to get his AWP out again as soon as possible. Fast play comes in towards short, and Cray's actually taking a lot of map control away from the CT side here. He's all the way up short already. You can see Apeks has now got to give that a lot of respect with the Krieg. He's got to hold this angle. Can't afford to really do anything. And Apeks is going to get a freebie. King Mezzi swinging wide and making it all too simple. Truth gets a second in towards mid. And this half buy not working out for Vex at all at the moment. The shoulder peek for Link gets him punished brutally. And the 2 remaining players, Russ and Cray, with a Deagle and a P250 between them. Russ will spot out 1. But what can they get done here? The bomb is out towards short. They know Apeks is locking that down with a Krieg. Grusan locking down long with a Krieg as well. Cray able to find a dink, but nothing more. Apeks goes down to 21 and helps himself to a second frag in this round. Russ at least able to find a consolation frag from Vexed on the Deagle, but now the Orc is there, and Marcelius will not fall for the shoulder peaks. He will find the 5th round for his side. Vexed, they've got 10 more opportunities here to finish the job, but UKCS is cursed. We know it. Fundamentally, we are unable to finish games. We will have to wait and see how this one plays out. Orc in the hands of Russ once more. Limited in the utility, though. There's 3 Kriegs and an AK-47 come out. much more measured approach from Vexed initially. They've managed to get Cray out a long, and that's map control taken away. But look at this aggression again. Marcelius just able to walk all the way up mid and find a pick for free. A splintered hold from Vexed has just given that early aggression a perfect opportunity. And Marcelius, he's not going to miss those shots. Double orcs were picked up by the CT side. They're weak in a retake, but if you're going to give them those kind of picks, it's all too easy. Mezzy, pot flash out towards mid. All 4 players now for Vex starting to queue up towards A long. No messing about whatsoever. Marcelius on the angle though with that AWP down by the sandbags. A difficult shot to hit for anybody, and it's going to be Cray who looks to swing into it here. He's got the support of Mezzy, so 2 Kree's going to try and take the AWPer on 2v1. Marcelius, though, absolutely trained on it. Misses the initial shot. Now he has to fall back. Needs to play a little more cautiously. Pot flash goes out. Will stall Vex approach somewhat, but they're going up slowly, quietly. Truth going to try and make his way towards the elevator. Now the smokes come out. Now they try and make their way across, and it's going to be Truth straight through the smoke, catching the timing, finding the leg, but nothing more. Apeks bailing him out with a second, and it's falling apart again. Russ, last man alive, 1v5. Make that non-v5. Apeks absolutely slaughtering Vex Gaming once more, and I said Dust was T-sided. Is it CT-sided now? Am I missing something? Because Vex Gaming, they can't get themselves a T-sided round for love nor money at this point. Double ults working out perfectly. The Kriegs in the hands of Apeks, tearing their opponents apart. Vex needs something to change, and at the moment it looks like it's going to be a B-rush. Instead, they'll relocate with the nades coming through. Go down in towards lower. Try and catch Marcelius off guard. Pot flash comes through, straight out of mid. The pistols, hoping for a timing of Marcelius. He's got a Molotov out, but it's only a Glock for Vex. Finally, they will draw first blood. Truth on the AWP with a quick double in response, and short control going to be taken off the back of it. Apeks, he's got the Krieg. How much can he get done with it? The spray down, not connecting. Finally, 1, 2, looking for the spray for the third. Adam, all on his own for Vex. Nothing he can do. Apeks just ripping off heads. And again, that half buy not working out whatsoever. The Krieg in the hand of Apeks making it look all too easy. And Vex, they've got more buys in their hands, but Apeks are starting to get some rounds together here. 15-7. And perhaps more worryingly for the UK side, they're starting to make it look a little bit easy. Marcelius going to take the early damage out towards A long, but he wants to recontest and fully blinded. He's going to find Cray. Marcelius with a freebie for a second as well. Mezzy at least able to find one in response. Gets the tags onto Marcelius, but the AWPer won't mind. He's managed to back off. He's found his team the early man advantage, and the counter aggression has come in again for Apeks. They are not afraid to take map control on their CT side, and we see it yet again. They've got upper B control, and they're going to wander down in towards lower as well. Hope to catch a timing onto Rush, who at the moment is holding mid. He's not holding lower tons. He's going to give his life up all too easily, and it's going to be Truth to find the pick as well. 4 on 2 now. Apeks, they are really starting to feel their way back into this game. This is starting to be worrying for Vex. It's Mezzy and Link to try and get something done. Again, Marcelius on the angle, though, and looking for the shot. He'll find it for free. Link not able to trade. He's cleaned up again. 1 frag found on the full buy by Vexed. I lose all of the words, and they finally, hopefully this is Vex taking the pause, because you cannot be throwing like this after a, what, 12-3, 13-2 half. They're on maximum loss bonus, sure, but they are giving Apeks a way back into this game. Radifaction has 4 frags. They should not be in this game. This shouldn't be viable, but they are still dragging round by round themselves back into this. If you can hear the fear in my voice, it's because I'm feeling the UKCS. I'm feeling the fear. It's creeping into the back of my mind as Apeks will stick with the double AWP setup. It will be Deagles. P250s, a CZ. Cray with the throwback tech as well for Vexed. And it's the same strat as previous. They're going to try and catch Marcelius off guard. They managed to do it last time. It's going to be Cray, though, a little bit isolated on this initial peak. Marcelius this time will be able to get away with it. He's going to rotate back into the B-bomb site. There are 3 players here for the CT side, and Marcelius is going to get a freebie. Truth with the second. They're just picking them off. It's a shooting range. 4 quick frags. Make that 5. utter demolition again for Apeks. They're now just 6 rounds away from forcing us to overtime on map 1. Vexed, of course, will know they only need 1 round to finish this. Only 1 round required to go 1-0 and to really start to put that pressure on. But at the moment, Apeks are going to be getting every little bit of confidence they can from this. They are dragging themselves into this, kicking and screaming. And that's got to be a huge confidence booster for the CT side. Apeks, again, default setup, 2B, 2A, 1 towards mid with the AWP. It's been working out. Why change it? Tags exchange between Russ and Truth, but the nade will finish the job for Truth where it won't for Russ. The AWP goes down for Vex. Pressure onto Marcelius through the smoke. He's looking for the pick. It's not going to happen. Link and Adam will finally find Vex the man advantage. I haven't been able to say that in about 9 rounds as they take the short control, and it's actually just going to be all onto Apeks. We've seen what he can do with this Krieg, but can he hold off against 4 players coming in for Vex? Full utility dump incoming as Truth and Radifaction will try and make the rotation as quickly as possible. Apeks, he might fully back off of this. Truth going to look for the Molotov. That should deny at least 1 plant spot for Vexed and perhaps start to put some doubt in their minds. Now they'll go for the short plant through Link. 4 on 3 to finish the job. The pressure's going to come in towards short. Flashes all over the place. Raddy finds the first, finds the second on the spray down. What a time to show up. Link and Adam immediately responding, and finally Vexed have taken it. Map 1 goes the way of the UK side, but it's not without its drama. It's not without its trouble. 16-9 the final scoreline after an insane first half, but Vexed, they very nearly make a mess of it. It is the UK roster who go 1-0 up